Hi, guys. I hope you're having a good day. It's Beth here with Senior Care Solutions, offering experienced guidance for caregivers, seniors, and their family members who are guiding and traveling with them on the care continuum of life. As you may remember, I'm a senior care advisor. I have been working in the senior and geriatric space for 20 years. Not only did I do that as my career path, but I also have been the primary caregiver for two family members and really stumbled into a number of different scenarios of different things that I did not realize were so impactful, not only on my life, but also my family's life. And one of those things is caregiver burnout. It's also known in the industry as compassion fatigue. And it's almost like you don't even realize it. I mean, I was somebody who I just keep going. I just kept going, kept going. I had little children when my mother was diagnosed with frontal temporal dementia. And, it changed a lot of things in my life. What should have been the happiest time was the most stressful time of my life. I mean, I don't know how it couldn't have been. When you have two toddlers, I had twins, so they were just very little. They were 2 years old. I had children late in life. So it was really unexpected for me to get a phone call from my uncle saying that, my mother was not didn't show up for Easter brunch, and they saw her drive by a few times. Her tennis buddies were calling and saying that she was not showing up, or she'd show up and not have her bag with her. So all these different things started happening. So so it really turned into me trying to manage her remotely for a couple of years until I could move her to be close to us and be close to me, and so that I could oversee her care and kind of have her in a safer situation than where she was, which was living alone. Over the course of almost a decade of caring for her, I think really I didn't even realize it, but over all of that time, say maybe even 5 years down the road, I don't think I realized it, but there was many times where I felt so frustrated of not having enough time in my day to be able to go visit her. It was very challenging living where I do. The traffic outside Washington is unbearable, and to try to travel in certain directions later in the day, just it wasn't possible. So I would spend my weekends, which should have been the time for me to try to have some family time and rest, just wasn't happening. That was the time that I was, having to really check on her and take her out, try to take half a day on certain days to try to get, doctor's visits and things like that. So slowly there was a exhaustion that came over me. There was like, having trouble sleeping, feeling overwhelmed. There just wasn't enough time in the day for me to try to feel that I was offering the best of me for her, even though a lot of people were like, "You're always here. You're such a great daughter." And I was like, but just going, I was many times and I always felt bad when I left because I felt like, I was leaving my child behind. My mother thought I was her daughter there towards the last few years. So it was, for me, there definitely was a burnout factor that came into my life, feeling, fearful when I wasn't with her. Is she going to be okay? Is anybody hurting her? When someone can't remember what they're doing, she certainly couldn't tell me if somebody was hurting her. She wouldn't be able to. So I really made it my mission to drop in at various times. It could be early in the day, it could be midday, it could be in the evening. And everybody knew who I was because I knew who most or all of the residents were in her department or her little neighborhood, because I wanted to make sure that I kind of looked out for them too. I just wanted to, they all needed a hug. They were all, it's just sad. It was very sad. And the one thing that I kept wondering, why do I feel guilt? And for me, after doing a lot of deep work and prayerfulness, I came to the understanding that guilt is based on doing something intentional. And I know that wasn't, having to move her to keep her safe was an act of safety. And to me, it had to be done. So I let that go. I let that feeling of not feeling that I wasn't doing enough, not feeling that I wasn't there enough. I couldn't have done anymore. I couldn't have done when everything was said and done. And my mother ended up almost a decade living at an assisted living, and then the final 6 months transitioning to a skilled long-term care skilled nursing that specialized in dementia. I knew that I couldn't have done any more for her. I knew that I had, so I felt like that really made a deep impact on my life, was caring for her for all those years and incorporating and trying to include her in all of our family, holiday celebrations, and just having her be there to watch the kids grow up. And we definitely had our moments of fun and laughter. I tried to make her laugh as much as I could. I really looked after her. I really did. And one thing comes to mind that I still think about sometimes is there was a man that lived there too, and she and I were walking down the hallway holding hands, and I said, "Oh, Mom, here comes your boyfriend." She goes, "No, is that really my boyfriend?" I said, "No, Mom, it's not." She goes, "Oh, thank God." And this was just simple moments like that it just resonates in me about. She was so much fun, my mother. She was such an inspiration to me, growing up. She was a very genuine, caring, generous woman. She was a great person. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. Anyway, I just know what this journey can be like for so many of you as caregivers, and that it's not an easy road. It takes years sometimes as you're caring for someone. So go easy on yourself. Just understand that this, it's not an easy road, but you're doing the best that you can, and that's all that you can. You don't beat yourself up. Just do not. And at night, before you close your eyes and go to sleep, just say thank you. Thank you, God, for giving me the strength, give me the courage to keep going and helping this person, mom, dad, sister, brother, whoever it is that you're caregiving. And know that that we love you, and that we care for you, and that we're sending you all the best. I'm sending you all the best as you are on this journey with your family. We'll see you at the next video. Take care.